This man sitting in the dark, no lights, just a little light from his phone. That's all. This guy looking mad mysterious. Joe, are you and Joe? So there's two things, Joe. Number one, your name is Yo. So are you in witness protection? You in the dark. You got your hood up, and you didn't put your name. Are you? Is there something we need to know?
Nah, if there was, I would have put help instead of yo. You know what I'm saying?
Be like, hey, I know where the bodies are. That's all you gotta say.
It's like I was just say help right there. That's when you know you gotta do it. Gotta call 911 or something.
Yeah, I feel you. Grillo, what's up, bro? How are you?
I'm good. Chilling.
Just chilling. Just chilling. All right, Chaney, how you doing?
Here by association.
Hey, appreciate it, my boy. Let's get the show started. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of AfroLatinos with your co-host Aubyn.
And your co-host today, Chitty, no longer Phantom.
Oh, you're no longer Phantom
I changed
Chaney?
it up. I changed it up for today.
You're switching it up. Oh, so on this show you're
Only for
Chaney.
the-
On the
yeah,
other,
only for
like,
the
oh,
actual, yeah.
heard you. Well, we're glad that whoever you decided to be today showed up. And joining us today are our good friends Jose Santiago. He has been a guest on a show somewhere in our history before.
At
So
one
thank you
point,
for
sometime.
pulling back up. And my good friend Joe Amato on the podcast today, new to the family. But what's up, guys? How are we?
So man, so, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for inviting us. It's an honor.
Appreciate it. I know this is going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to the conversation. Do me a quick favor. Let's get some introductions going real quick. Jose, we'll start with you. We'll give you the spotlight. Just tell us who you are, where you come from. Tell us a little bit about yourself so the audience can get to know you.
Jose, I'm from La Isla.
Chill.
And I was friends with both of you, so I had to pull up real quick, drop some knowledge.
Appreciate that. And Joe, let the people know who you are.
I'm Joe Amato. Pretty much the same thing associated with these two, you know. So it's a pleasure to be on here.
I know this man's straight up out of witness protection, bro. I'm feeling nervous for his life. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. All right. We have a lot of fun and a lot of laughs ahead of us. I look forward to this show. Talking a little bit about Squid Games, talking about some basketball, talking about a lot of other things. But we will get started with all of that in the show in just a second. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Like, I got this. This and, like,
All right, and we are back. And Grillo is, I don't know, doing whatever. All right, so let's kick this thing off right. So unless you have been living under a rock, you have probably heard of the hit show Squid Games. It took over, and in only 11 days, it became the most streamed show on Netflix history. Shout out to the creator of Squid Games who had to wait like 10 plus years before the show finally got picked up. And when it did, this man will now eat for the rest of his life and never has to worry about anything ever again. So shout out to him. Congratulations on that. But it got me thinking. When I started thinking about Squid Games, for those of you who haven't seen it, again, spoiler alert, because we just got to talk about it a little bit. It is a show where essentially people are thrown together with a chance to win a crap ton of money. And all they had to do is survive, right? So in Squid Game, it is a battle to the death. You don't know that when you start, but we know that after watching it. Again, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it already, sorry, lots of people are going to die. There can only be one that remains. And so it got me thinking, what would, or how far do you realistically think you could make it in Squid Games? Because I know me, I know where I would sit. So I'm gonna lay out for those of you who haven't seen the show. Basically, they play childhood games, and those childhood games in Korea, if they win, they survive. If they lose, they get killed. So here are the games that were played throughout the show. So in episode 1, you see them play the good old fashioned game of red light, green light. The next game that we see them play, is that the cookie one or the honey?
Galletita.
They gotta cut.
Yeah,
They got like shapes in honey, and they have to cut it out without breaking it. If they break it, they die.
It's like sugar,
It was
sugar.
sugar,
It's
Just made
sugar,
out
or
of the powder.
whatever it is. They gotta cut out these shapes with a needle without breaking it. It's like imagine taking a chip and trying to cut a
imprint of the
shape out of a
circle.
chip or something like that. You got a triangle, a circle,
The
a umbrella, and a star. So you have those. The next game we see was odds and evens with the marbles. I think is the third game. The fourth game. What's the fourth game? Somebody help me out because I'm drawing a blank.
Is it the glass?
Tug of war? No,
Tug of war.
Tug of war.
The fight night.
Oh well, there was fight night. You're right. There was a fight night where they literally just started a fight and started to die there. There was tug of war. I think that might have actually been the third game, and then the marbles one was the fourth.
Yeah.
Which leads us to game 5, which is the stepping stones with glass. One side was real glass that you could, or tempered glass that you could stand on. One side was real glass that you would fall through, but if you put your weight on it, you had to make it to the end. And then, of course, there's the actual Squid Game, which I still don't understand how that's actually played. So we won't get to the finals. I don't think any one of us realistically think we'll make it to the
We're
finals.
playing Fortnite. We're not gonna go to the end. So
Yeah, you know I'm living.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But where do you think you would realistically make it in Squid Game? Any one of the three of you, go ahead and chime in. Let's see what we're talking about.
You got it, Chief.
Nah, honestly, I think I wouldn't pass the marbles because I feel like my luck would be so bad. I'd be choosing a side and it just wouldn't work out for me.
you barely
So-
get past tug of war, bro.
Nah, look, see, I knew you were gonna say that, but I was gonna say that I feel like one of my strengths would be tug of war too, just because like I'm a little bigger, so it's like
In
I
real
can
life,
just-
in real life,
Yes,
in real life,
yes.
Joe Amado's, he's a big boy. He ain't no small little slouch like he is in Fortnite. Because listen, Fortnite, a lot of people have created Squid Games on Fortnite, and there's a tug of war mode. And we have established that if Joe is on your team, you might as well just not even press no buttons. 'Cause this man
Nah,
gets you
it's
killed off.
Because he hasn't gotten an even team yet. It's always been like 3v2 or
Nah,
That's
don't
true,
give
too,
don't give
but I
him
can't.
excuses, Jose.
it was like
It's
what
like
1v2
7v4.
Yeah.
No,
the
don't
worst.
give him any excuses. That's all on him, bro. He ain't making. So you think you're making it to the marbles? You're making it past tug of war? You making it to the marbles?
Yeah, but I feel like
Joe-
if I can't pass marbles, then that's where I would stop. But if not, then probably the glass was where, you know what I mean? I'm out, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Jose?
I'll probably say the galletita, the cookie, because I hate doing small stuff like that. And if I can't get it, I just get like annoyed. So I just get like
You
mad.
just end up chucking it through the.
No, my
just
luck.
take
I
the whole
probably get
thing.
like the umbrella, and I'll be like, I'll
Would
just eat
you-
it and be like, whatever.
He said, "At least my stomach went out happy. If I gotta die, at least it tasted good while I went down."
I'm gonna eat.
Dang, so you're out on night 2. You're not making it past the little cookie joint.
I'm trying to make it to a fight night though, so I'm gonna try a little harder. Get the old man out.
Spoiler alert. Oh. All right, Chaney, what you talking about?
I think realistically, I could probably get past
Dope.
the cookie. Let's see. So it's the cookie even like tug of war,
Fight night is before tug of war.
fight night. I think realistically, I could probably make it to like tug of war, but depending on like fight night's about, I might die at fight night, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I say probably
Right.
like tug of war, fight night ish.
Said I'm like that.
Listen, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys because it's just, it's who I am. I'm not making it out of red light, green light. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Carlos?
Because and here's why. This is just a simple listen. I'm a big man. All right, it takes a lot for me to stop quick. If I'm trying to hustle down the thing in red light, green light, and she starts turning around and starts singing real quick, and I gotta stop my whole body from moving, you might as well just give up right there. I don't
you
got
go
a
your
chance.
pace, like you wouldn't like the whole way there.
I agree.
Yo, what up, Q? What up, Q?
I'll be an outright.
Look, but if I
You're
make
like the
it,
old man, you kind of like jogging.
just
Like,
take it easy. That dude was cruising. He said,
Now
and he
you
was
gotta
smiling.
You gotta do the cheat sheet, like walk behind someone else. So if they move,
That's
then
a
you're
fact.
good.
I'm gonna hold up Channy and be like, Channy. I'm gonna just leave his body there too as a human shield.
What? You keep moving him?
Yeah, he's gonna be dead. He just go. It's like in Family Guy. Whenever somebody gets shot and they just take 1,000 bullets and never move, never fall to the floor. Just go. Just gonna hold him just like that. But if I somehow make it out of red light, green light, there is almost no way I make it past fight night. The only hope I got in fight night is if I lay down in the corner because I'm black. And it's dark, right? So if I go lay under a bed in the dark or something, they're not gonna be able to find me. So I just gotta make sure I'm not wearing these glasses because the yellow glasses gonna shine in there. But if I'm wearing my black ones, I'm gonna be all right.
I disagree. You're
once
bigger.
they trip
I don't
over
think
a
people are
big
gonna
ass
want to come
figure.
after you.
So, they're gonna want to come after me first. You know you got to take out the big man first.
I don't know.
Big dog.
That's right. Especially because they don't know that tug of war is coming up next, but they don't want to see me in tug of war.
True.
Right.
But
tug of war for your life.
I ain't got no grip strength like that though. So tug of war, I'm out. I'm gonna just go back
tug
there.
Tug of war for your life. I'm sure everybody would get superhuman strength over that.
I'm different at tug of war.
And in fight night, see, here's the thing about fight night. Like, okay, here's a question. Could you? This is a hypothetical question because obviously none of us are actually going to do it. Hypothetically, do you think you have it in you to be able to kill another person with your bare hands?
No.
Because I don't think I could do it.
No.
I would have to have a weapon and be from distance. I don't think I could bring myself to just end somebody's life.
You could choke someone, right? To the point where they die.
Choke someone, you said?
Yeah, you can choke someone till they die.
I mean, yeah, but I don't just go around choking people, Joe.
Their last breath.
I mean, you're saying a weapon.
You do that.
I'm thinking
that Michael Myers squeeze their head until they drop.
Choke them on Great Khali on Rey Mysterio.
Oh, when you pick them up, what you do to little babies, bro? I'll be doing that to babies all the time because they love that joint. You grab, not a baby because they don't got the neck muscles like that, but the toddlers, you just manhandle them and grab them by the head and pick them up. Oh, they love that. They think that's great.
Now you see this, right? This is.
Your pocket knife?
It's just for. I've never taken it anywhere. It's just for protection, right? And I was
chill. Jose got one too.
And I was thinking about it. Like one day, I was holding it and I was like, "Damn, let's say I actually had to use this for protection. I don't think I would be able to. Like, I just can't. I could shoot anybody at any time, but to stab somebody." It's just an up close and personal. I couldn't do it.
I don't think I could do it either.
But if it's for your life, though, that's different, though.
I mean, that's a good point.
But it's one of those things where it'll just stick with you forever. If it's for my life, I'm gonna be like,
you got the money though. If you win, you're gonna be chilling. You'll be like,
you'd be like that guy though. That guy that played against his wife in the marbles game and had to kill his wife.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Watch his wife get shot. Like, you gotta live with that. Even if you win the game, you gotta live with that.
That's probably part of the story too, though. Like, how far would you go for money and stuff? Like,
I was gonna say, remember how many times they were gonna vote on quitting the game because everyone just was like, "Oh, this is crazy! We can't just do this." So. Yeah,
but even the main character though, in the end, he could have killed old boy in the last episode. He could have killed him. He didn't kill anyone the whole show, and then that was his he had to kill him or the other guy was gonna, but he wasn't gonna do it. He couldn't. I don't think he would have been able to bring himself to do it. And I feel at the end of the day, that's where I would be even if it's for my life, I don't think I could just up close and personal just do that to somebody. And that's why I don't think I'm making another fight night, because that's kill or be killed, and I don't think I got it in me to just go and end somebody's life.
Do a quick little pop pop. We all right.
Yeah, right. Let me get some distance on it, and plus I don't like blood. So if I stab somebody, then they're gonna start bleeding on me, and I'm gonna pass out. And then what good am I passed out on the floor because I seen blood? Like now
like,
that might be
he's dead. Leave him.
That might be the strat, right? It's just,
like, oh, he's alive. Like dragging you out
when the lights come on. You're like, hey, chill.
I think you'd have a different mindset. Like if you were just like, if you know it's life and death, like you'd have like I don't know, just like this rush of adrenaline. You'd go crazy, you know.
Yeah, especially when they start playing the music, you'd be like, you're like, I'm done.
I guess you have a point. I don't know. I guess it would be situational, but
I mean, or you could just do it in like self-defense. Like if someone's trying to kill you, you're gonna kill them so they don't kill you.
Yeah. And in that case, I feel like I'd react.
Yeah, just
like,
your gut reaction.
Like I kind of let myself just be like, you know.
Well, all right, you got it. Yeah, I don't think I could do that either. That's a good point. I guess we'll never know. Thankfully, Squid Game isn't real, and nobody's putting us to the test.
I mean, there's one. I'd probably, up close and personal, only one thing. It's not a person. It's a dog. That stupid ass dog. What is? I keep hearing him barking in the background, bro.
Listen,
he's gonna strangle him until there's no life left.
It's because he so Otis finally figured out how to go up and down the stairs, right? So
Homer
now
Simpson style.
I'm in here and the door is closed, and Shaylin is in our bedroom and her door is closed. So now he's just upstairs in the hallway and he can't get to anyone, but he's now upstairs. So he's being annoying, but anyway.
Any other time he's chilling downstairs. Now that he can go upstairs.
Now he can go upstairs, exactly. And if he was downstairs, he would just be asleep. But why can't he sleep out there in the hallway?
I don't understand. Down the stairs. I'm sure he'll learn not to go back upstairs. Oh my
god, this guy!
I'm telling you, that's how it'll teach him not to go back upstairs again.
I'm not gonna do that. One question before we move on to the next topic: do you think you would have a better chance of survival in Squid Games or the Hunger Games?
Probably Squid Games. Because Hunger Games is mad random. Like they have like everyone has a skill kind of.
That's true. Everyone has a skill, and then at the same time, it's like
it's random.
You all have to kill each other until whoever gets at the end, and they keep doing You have to kill each other on top of like waves that they keep bringing in. Like
it's like a war zone.
Harder and harder. Yeah,
Fortnite.
So it's like
bring you closer.
All right, but hear me out. In Hunger Games, there's less people, and it's like one round type shit. Like this, everybody's there, and it's like they go at it. And Squid Games, you got 5 rounds, and that's like, and what? It's like every time it's like and there's 400 people, almost 500 people that are playing.
But
you're talking a 1 to like 500 ratio.
But you're not worrying about when you're gonna. I mean, like obviously you are because you have those games, but not every second that I'm asleep. I can get killed while I'm sleeping because somebody can jump me if they find me. Like it's just you either survive or you live in the game.
No, but there's those like tryhards. Like what was it, District like 1, 2, 3? They like train their whole life to do that and stuff. Like that's crazy. Well, you gotta worry about them. And then like Katniss, she had like the bow. Like I don't know how to shoot. Like I can shoot a bow, but I ain't like sniping someone from like meters, you know. Like, so most likely I'm gonna have to kill somebody like up and close.
I don't know. I just feel like
give me a big pot.
And if you don't get a weapon, like if you run in the beginning, like you're kind of screwed.
And then you're 1 in 500, and you have 5 or 6 rounds, including fight night. Like, come on, I don't know.
And the one thing that Squid Game that you have too is in none of the games are you physically putting your hands on nobody.
So it's all.
I guess you do have a partner.
Like you're playing a game, and that's how you win or lose. But in Hunger Games, the game that you're playing is you're gonna go kill somebody. Like you have no choice but to end somebody else's life. But in Squid Game, dying is a circumstance or like a consequence of losing the game. So I feel like in Squid Game, you'd have a better chance of survival because all you got to do is win the game. Now that all you have to do, but.
That's true, but like in Squid Games, you also have games that have they're like a game of chance, you know. So it's
that's
like
true.
so the
But
whole
in
time
Hunger
you're
Games, you got
playing,
like those situations too, where like remember like the bees or whatever,
yeah.
and like
I
the
mean,
gas
yeah,
and like the
yeah.
other stuff that they'll release to try to kill you. So like,
Oh, that's
yeah.
true. I don't know. I just feel
Plus,
like
like I said, you got those tryhards too.
so
And they're
there's
like, oh, I've
12
been training
biscuits.
forever. Like I'm trying to kill some people. Like
I feel
shit.
like a 1 in 24 chance is a lot better than like 1 in 500 with random games, and I don't know.
I don't know. I feel
I
like
don't
that 1
know.
in 500 gives me a better option. I got way too many people that could die before me.
I'll just be like that smart dude that just like uses like the weather and stuff and to like just murk everybody and like
You
I'll
gonna
be
turn
that
in?
dude, the
You gonna
dude with
turn
the
into
trident
Storm?
just running around.
yeah.
All right. Final answer: Squid Game or Hunger Games? Jose, you begin. Final answer.
Squid Games.
Joe,
Hunger Games.
Chaney,
Hunger Games.
and
What?
I'm going Squid Game, which means we had a tie. Let us know in the comments what you think. Let's break this tie in the comments, y'all. Let us know if you think you would have a better chance of survival in the Hunger Games or Squid Games. We're gonna switch topics in just a second, but we'll be right back with a word from our sponsor. Chaney?
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, you're not gonna hear the word from our sponsor. The sponsor gets put in after. It's a post production. All right, we are back from our little break. Thank you so much to Anchor for sponsoring our podcast. Now, this last week, the NBA started again, and so let's talk a little bit about the NBA. We're all basketball fans here. Just for the record, let's get everyone's team affiliations on record real quick because the audience doesn't know Jose and Joe, and you may not have heard from Chaney or myself. So listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a Lakers fan, but I'm a LeBron fan. So I'm gonna put that out in the atmosphere
The
now.
worst kind you could possibly
My
be.
team right now is the Lakers. I'm telling you where I'm going next, though. After LeBron is done, I'm gonna be a Memphis fan, 1,000%. Because
That boy Ja.
that boy Ja is gross, and he is my favorite player in the NBA. That's not named LeBron James. So I'm gonna be a Memphis fan someday, but right now I'm gonna rock with the Lakers until LeBron's gone. So I rock with the Lakers. Chaney,
Wait. Tennessee's
I
beating
rock-
Bama.
chill.
Fuck you and Tennessee and Bama. So my team is the Boston Goat Ticks.
Trash.
I was like, nobody's gonna say nothing. All right.
Chill, 80. We're gonna go. I
Chill,
like the
it's,
Lakers, and they about to go
Como Senor
80-2.
Drake said, bro. Started from the bottom. Started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
We get rid of
The
Westbrook.
Hornets are undefeated right now compared to the Lakers. But come on.
That's a great
So yeah, I
point.
like the Lakers. I like them for a while. It is what it is.
Cap.
Yeah. I've been on that. When we was whooping the Celtics, I liked them.
Yeah.
What? Rio?
What?
So?
Oh,
gotta be
man.
Aubyn.
Hey, don't put that on me now. My wife is in the other room. Don't do that to me. Chill.
Hey yo, who barking?
That's my cousin. He in there wilding out. My cousin.
Your cousin barking.
All right, Mr. Witness Protection. Who's your favorite basketball team?
I'm the Lakers right now. I'm like the same as you. You know, I'm a LeBron fan, so you know I'm with the Lakers right now. But I feel like after the LeBron era, like I'm probably gonna be rocking with Melo because right now he's just like cooking.
Melo gonna be gone long before LeBron is. Don't do that.
Hey, he meant the good Melo.
Yeah,
the good Melo.
My fault. Got you.
So
why the hell would
I
why
like
the hell
him,
would he mean Melo when they're both about to just get out?
Hey,
LeBron,
listen.
I'm a Melo fan. He's about to retire.
Because LaMelo doesn't deserve the Melo moniker yet because Carmelo's still in the league. He gotta wait.
It's not a thing. It's just it's a nickname.
I hear you, but he gotta wait. He gotta wait till the Melo gets out first. When Carmelo Anthony gets out first, then we can talk about Melo. But for right now, that's still Melo. Anyway,
and I had to do it like Shaq when he gave it to Dwight Howard. He was like, "Nah, you can have Superman."
Yeah, but I ain't heard Carmelo do that yet. So until
then, you're so dumb.
All right, so let's do. We're a little early in the season. Obviously, we've only looked at 2 games, but let's make quick predictions about who. At least, if you don't have a finals pick, let's go with who you think is making it out of each conference. We're 2 games into the season, so it's a little early. And then we got a little bit more to talk about in the NBA. Gentlemen, any thoughts? Who do you think is making the finals this year? Who looks like the most complete team after 2 games?
One of them's got to be Warriors. Oh, yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Well, no, you're right. Well, they're looking good. Stephen Curry's looking like he's doing his thing. They need Klay Thompson to get back, though. Once he comes back, healthy Klay.
What's crazy is they don't even need him to come back, because once he comes back, it's just going to be a problem. Like right now, Steph Curry just dropped 25 in the first quarter the other day. Like, who does that?
We're doing the same thing with Klay there. Leo, shut up. It's not you.
No,
but he was doing the same thing with
Jose runs for 3,000 yards.
And Klay dropped like 60 on the team with Steph. Like, it happens. If one can't pull through, the other one will.
That's true. It's gonna be a problem. Like, the Warriors gonna be a problem when when Klay comes back. That's no doubt.
I can tell you who's not making the finals. The Lakers are not making the finals.
Chill, Chaney.
They're not gonna make the finals. I don't think they're. Not again. Right now, you see how they're fighting. They have no type of chemistry right now.
That's just passion. That's not fighting. See, y'all see.
There's no chemistry there, bro.
People that don't know basketball, they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That's just the That's just passion. That's not fighting, bro.
Switch.
Yeah, that's just love.
If you made a new team on like 2K or Madden, whatever, you have to build that chemistry because you don't know how to play together. So before you even can think about them being in the finals or even in the play. Well, they might make the playoffs, but
they have to build games though.
That's what I'm saying. We only 2 games in. They got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
As of right now,
they're gonna pull up on the banana boat and all gonna be good.
But I'll tell you who I think will make the finals. Not the Celtics.
Thank God.
Right now, I don't. Didn't the Bucks get beat bad by Miami?
Yeah, but they beat.
But it's just the beginning of the season. Yeah, so I don't know. For playoffs, I know for sure Miami's making it. The Knicks are definitely making it again. They're playing.
Yeah, the East is kind of interesting this year.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Especially
Jalen dropping like 50. Like,
I mean, if Kyrie's not going to play in Brooklyn, that changes a lot. Also, you know what I mean? Like, he's not playing until he gets vaccinated, and that cat doesn't look like he's going to get vaccinated. So he might never step on the court this season. And now KD is still a top 3 player in the NBA, and Harden can still ball. Like that didn't go anywhere. But they're not as complete a team without a true point guard in Kyrie Irving. So, will they make it out of the East? Do the Bucks repeat? There's a lot of questions in the East this year. Yeah, but their depth is about as old as the Lakers is. They all old all-star. I mean, if we were in 2010, that depth would be fantastic. But right now,
if we were in 2010, the Lakers definitely also be fantastic.
LaMarcus Aldridge had to retire because he had a heart condition and couldn't play no more. So he retired mid-season and then somehow still came back. Like, they cleared him. They got it all figured out, and he's coming back. But can he really still play? Like, you had to retire once because of it. Like, is it going to come back up? Like, what are we doing here? Blake Griffin finally decided he knows how to play basketball again after being in Detroit and not doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think out of the East, I think the East is going to have the Nets. The Nets just are still the top team. I mean, Harden was, for years, he was the top leading scorer. KD is a magnificent player. So, on the same team, I still think they're nasty without Kyrie. I actually don't think they need Kyrie.
Yeah. I think Kyrie's like a good addition, but they still have KD and James Harden, so it's like.
And then West, man, I don't know, super competitive. I feel like right now it's looking like the Warriors, like you said, with Klay Thompson not even on the team yet. It's just another problem that they have to deal with. So I feel like when he goes back, I feel like the Warriors are just going to be unstoppable.
Agreed. Jose, you got any thoughts?
I probably got the Nets out of the East because they almost made it last year. They were just KD's
Literally
1 foot size away from
one.
if he wore like a size 15 instead of 16, it would have been there. I think Harden can run point too. He was
He was
Mr.
a point
Triple
guard in
Double
Houston.
before.
That's true.
And then they got shooters everywhere, playmakers, KD, and then the West.
And
It's a
Blake Griffin
toss-up.
dunking.
Yeah, he's dunking again,
Like,
and he
what?
can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
On the West, maybe. Either the Lakers. What's up? They'll figure it out. They're gonna get rid of Vogel, and then we're gonna be
Delusion.
alright.
I might even suggest the Suns out of the West.
I mean, that's definitely not a bad pick. Look, it's a bad season right now. I mean, obviously it's early, but it's bad when the Lakers are 0-2 and the Washington Wizards are 2-0.
Cool.
You got Kyle
That's
Kuzma
cool.
looking like the next Michael Jordan out here. In
Because
the
everybody
Eastern
leaves the
Conference.
Lakers and becomes nice. Caruso,
They got all
Ingram,
Julius
Caruso with
This is
the
going crazy. Randall.
Caruso with the triple double last night. Like what?
Yeah, he's
What is
nasty.
that?
Lonzo.
He got the new keys to the city. He's about to be the next Michael Jordan, bro. Alex Caruso about to be nice.
Been that.
I don't know, man. I mean, obviously, I think the Bucks have a good chance at repeating. I think that if Giannis plays like he did at the end of last season, I don't think there's many people that can stop him. Even though at the beginning of the finals, it was really Chris Middleton that was carrying them through. That just shows kind of how well they're coached and put together. That even when Giannis has an off night, they can still win games. Like you don't see that a lot of teams that have a lot of superstars. Like when LeBron doesn't play well, usually the entire Lakers team doesn't play well. Like if KD has a bad night, does James Harden pick up the slack, or does the whole team have a bad night? You know what I mean? So I think that speaks to Milwaukee's coaching ability to show that they can still fight that adversity and they can still win games even when their superstar isn't playing at 100%. So I think I would like to see Milwaukee again. I think that Giannis is a great player. I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen in Philadelphia. I don't think they're touching anywhere close to the finals, but do you guys think that Ben Simmons is going to get traded? Or do you think they're going to find a way to work it out?
I actually saw a video of Embiid before I think it was their last game or their first game that he was talking to the crowd, before the game started and said something about like Ben Simmons to cheer them on. That like Ben Simmons, he's still one of their brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was an interesting quote that he said because Ben Simmons just been giving all the problems to Philadelphia. I feel like they would like to trade him, but I think it's hurting his value to be traded. So I think they might try to stick it out because who would want to kind of pick up someone who really he's just a 6'8" point guard that can't shoot. I mean
hey,
That can't shoot.
I mean, hey, the Lakers found a way to get rid of Lonzo and turn Lonzo into a player who can actually play. Because Lonzo, when he was in the Lakers, he definitely couldn't shoot. He went to New Orleans and figured out his jumper, and now he's balling out in Chicago. So, if you can do it with somebody whose jump shot was as broke as that, I think Ben Simmons might just need maybe he needs a small market team where he doesn't have to be so much in the spotlight. I don't know. Philly's a tough city to play in.
Yeah,
I think it's
I
mental for him.
I agree with what you said with Lonzo, but I just feel like with Lonzo, I just felt like it was just right out of his rookie year that they started working on it. Like Ben Simmons been in the league for a couple of years, and it's like, he can't even hit a midi. It's like the crowd goes crazy when he does shoot a midi and it goes in, like just because that's how rare it is. Like that's like on ESPN. Oh, Ben Simmons shot a 2-pointer and a win, and it's like, whoa, like he can shoot now. Like I don't know, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Couldn't fool me. Hey.
Simmons was nice though in high school and everything. He dunk on everybody. Now he's just like
This in high school.
that's why I think it's mental.
He was 6'8"
He'd be
in high
passing
school.
He's just a
open
slasher.
dunks and stuff. Like crazy.
He's just a slasher.
He's just mad Kendall left him for Booker. Like
If I had to make a pick, East West, I'm probably gonna say Milwaukee. Milwaukee or Brooklyn. I'm gonna go with Milwaukee though. I will lean that direction, but it would certainly be interesting because I have the Warriors again coming out of the West. See the Warriors take on the Nets. See KD, see if he can beat his old team. I don't know. That's a little spooky. But anyway, let's move on to the next topic real quick. We're almost out of here, fellas. The next topic is we're sticking with the NBA. So this is the 75th anniversary of the NBA and its existence. And so there was a team released of the 75th anniversary team. A bunch of players, everyone from AI to I got the Scottie Pippen. You've got Shaq, Robert Parrish, Reggie Miller, Steve Nash, bunch of great players who made it out of the NBA and who the NBA has named onto their anniversary team. But I'm going to give you a list of some notable omissions from this list. And I want you to tell me, is there one player who you think from this list should have absolutely been recognized on the 75th or 75 greatest players in the NBA team? So here we go. We got Tracy McGrady, Dwight Howard, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Vince Carter, Pau Gasol, Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning, Klay Thompson, and Chris Bosh. Do any of those players, in your opinion, belong on the top 75 players in the NBA? NBA history.
If T-Mac would have stayed healthy instead of being injured all the time, I think he deserves to be up there.
I would agree with that. T-Mac is one of my favorite players.
Forgot about. I was like, T-Mac, he should have been up there, and I was like, yeah. Or I think Grillo was the one who mentioned that he was injured so much. So I was like, oh yeah, you're right. If he wasn't injured so much, he'd definitely be on the list.
I think the same with Klay too. Like you see, like what he was doing before. Now he's missed like 2 years. Like it'd be like mad 3-pointers. You could probably squeeze him in past like Reggie or something. But probably Dwight Howard. So he has like look at his resume. It's like crazy. He's got like 3 defensive player of the years, like all defensive like team 8 times. Like back in the day he was good. Now he's kind of like a role player. But before he was like, he almost won the finals with the Magic.
I am
surprised the Lakers, but he ain't win it. Laker Nation.
I am surprised to hear about Mutombo not making it a little bit. I feel like he's always been like one of those players that everyone recognized. He became a meme. I don't know. I feel like not just because you're a meme that you're good, but I mean, just still, it's just like it shows the kind of influence that he had. So I'm also surprised. I'm a little surprised with Klay. I don't know. I mean, he got like 77, so I guess it's like 2 off. So I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of good guards, but like Jose said, with him being injured for 2 years, I feel like that hurt his reputation a little bit.
I'm gonna give you 2 players from this list, and I want to see because I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I definitely think Dwight Howard should have made the list. He was a beast. I mean, he was, Shaq called him Superman for a reason. Like he deserved it. He was that guy for a while. Klay Thompson, Chris Bosh, Alonzo Mourning definitely deserves to be there. Pau Gasol, I think, deserves to be there. And here's why. So I got 2 players who I want to see your thoughts on whether they belong on the top 75 list. Because in my opinion, I don't think they do. Because some of these players, to me, are better than the ones on the list. So on the list right now, we have Paul Pierce and Russell Westbrook. So you're going to tell me that Paul Pierce and Russell Westbrook in the history of the NBA are better than a Chris Bosh, than a Klay Thompson, Alonzo Mourning, Vince Carter, Dwight Howard. Like, come on. Russell Westbrook? I mean, he's great. I love Russell Westbrook, and I know he's probably in that list because of the amount of triple-doubles that he has gotten over the years. But, like, does that garner, like, Klay will go down as one of the greatest shooters in the history of the NBA. Does he not deserve to be on that list because Russell Westbrook put up some triple doubles? Like, and let's be honest. Paul Pierce, I mean, come on, guys. Paul Pierce,
he's a bum.
But he's
I say he.
I feel like there's a good reason why he's in there. I feel like he played in 2 different eras of basketball.
Who, Paul Pierce?
Yeah, Paul Pierce, and like I don't know, like even though he wasn't really winning much in his like career, he still became like a pretty good influential player, like especially for the Celtics.
But better than Pau Gasol. But let's put this into perspective because Pau Gasol was that guy in LA for a while. And, he was a major integral part of those championship seasons. And I know Paul Pierce did his thing in Boston with the Big Three, but I feel like he was helped by the fact that you had KG, who's one of the best power forwards to ever play the game, and obviously Ray Allen, who's one of the best shooters to ever play the game.
Yeah.
So it was Paul Pierce. Like, you're not putting Paul Pierce in your top 10 of small forwards in history. But you absolutely have to have KG in that conversation. And you absolutely have Ray Allen in the conversation. Maybe not of shooting guards, but of shooters. But you're not putting Paul Pierce in your top 10 of anything.
That's true. I agree with Pau Gasol being in there. I actually do agree. I think Paul Pierce should be, or Pau Gasol should be over Paul Pierce. But at the same time, I feel like maybe he got that because he's like, even though Pau Gasol's retired, I feel like just because Paul Pierce kind of stayed around a little bit and kind of worked with the organization like ESPN and stuff like that, maybe like that's why his name just has a little bit more of a ring and air for it,
Yeah.
Then he got fired.
Yeah, then he got fired. So I don't know.
I mean,
and
here's one more name. Here's one more name from the all-time list. This is the official list that was posted. Let me see just before I say this to make sure he's on there, because does this guy deserve to be on the list with some of these other cats? I mean, Kawhi. I think Kawhi probably deserves it. He's won a couple championships. He's a great defender. I think he'll probably go down as a great, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw. Oh, never mind.
I feel like he'll be one of those people.
He'll definitely go. Oh, Kawhi?
You'll be like, yeah, like he's like quiet. You'll be like, yo, what about this? Then you'll be like, Kawhi. You'll be like, what? You have to think about it. Like, was he
like,
nice?
oh yeah, he was kind of nice for a little while. He's one of
I
those
think
guys.
he'll go down as one of the greatest defenders. So, like, that's how he'll be remembered. It's like, yo, the Claw, like, he was disgusting.
And besides those runs, he's just kind of like forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets hurt. He got hurt too a lot, or the Spurs would have won more championships.
I'd agree with that. All right. Any further
then
thoughts?
he dropped his album though. We didn't even listen to it.
Chill.
Oh my god.
That Kawhi album.
Was Derrick Rose on the list? I don't think so, right?
I don't see Derrick Rose on the list.
If he didn't get injured so many times, he is absolutely.
He might have went. He might have ended up in the top 5 point guards of all time if he never got injured.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He tore the same ACL twice.
He blew up both knees.
And then everything else. and then an ankle, probably elbow, I don't know.
Every CL
or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, he was good in the beginning, then.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good now. I mean, he's
still nice.
Like his stats are like almost the same to the years that he won the MVP. So like that's how what I mean. That kind of says something.
Yeah.
And even his stats that year weren't that great. The Bulls were just like good. Like they were the best in the East at that time.
Yeah.
I think it was like 23 points, like 5
because of him
rebounds,
though.
6 assists and stuff. Yeah, but they had a nice team all around. So MVP was like, I guess he was the best player, but it was like mediocre MVP.
Yeah. I feel like he's all they had. I mean, they had a nice big man, and that's, Taj Gibson, Hakeem
Joakim Noah. Luol Deng.
Who's their shooting guard?
Luol might have been playing the 2. If not, Luol, he might have been playing small forward, but they might have thrown him in there. That was 2010 he won the MVP?
Yeah, and that's one of those ones where they're like, oh, LeBron could have won MVP too. And
here's what's crazy, and this is another thing that I don't think a lot of people put enough respect. And I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a huge LeBron fan, all right? But people don't understand, like, how great of a run LeBron James had in the NBA. LeBron James should have won 7 MVPs in a row. 7. And
He got gypped a couple years.
the only reason he didn't is because of Derrick Rose. Because he won, I think it's either 7 or 5. I don't remember if it was 2 before or 2 after, but he won like 2 MVPs in a row. Derrick Rose won 1, and the year after that, LeBron had 2 in a row again. LeBron would have went either 5 or 7 years straight as being the MVP of the league, and that's an insane statistic, like insane.
What's even more insane is that last year it was his 18th year, right? In the league.
Yeah.
18th year in the league, and he probably not last year, maybe, but even then, last year and the year that Giannis were last year was Jokic, and the year before that was Giannis. And even then, those years, he probably should have been MVP, and he was up there in the voting, and that means.
Absolutely.
In 18th year, 17th, 18th year, being up there, considered for the MVP, that's insane.
So LeBron started his career in 2003, right? So his first MVP comes in 2008, which is like 5 years into his career. He wins 2 years in a row. Derrick Rose wins in 2011, and then LeBron wins 2 in a row again. Like, that is an insane statistic, and I don't think that anyone has ever had a run like that. I'm still trying to figure out what his
MJ,
what his roster looked like. Bulls.
LeBron had a really bad roster on his team, but I mean, LeBron's always in the running. I feel like his resume just shows it, but
chill. They're
I
shooting.
mean, I think if you take out like 27 points, 10 assists almost, and like 27, 7, and 7, like. It's a lot of points to account for if he's not on the team. Like,
that's a fact.
It's almost 30 points plus whatever he assists on. Like, it's like 40, 50 points you don't have if he's not playing.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's move on to the final topic of the night. Now, audio listeners, this is unfortunate for you. I'll do my best to describe each picture for you. But this last couple minutes of the podcast tonight, I'm going to show a picture on the screen, gentlemen. And I want you to tell me which of these 4 situations. Look at this guy. I want you to show me which of these 4 pictures you would rather deal with. Okay? These are 4 terrifying situations, and I want you to tell me which of these you would rather put yourself in. Again, audio listeners, this is on the video. Check out the YouTube. Check us out on Facebook so you can see them for yourself. Let me put them up for you. This is absolutely terrifying. And the question is, which is worse? The first picture is a hornet's nest. And the hornet's nest in this garage has developed around a mask. So it kind of looks like a dead body. But it is a huge, gigantic hornet's nest in the garage. The second picture is a parking meter that is completely covered in bees. The third picture is a picture of 2 cars with huge spider webs going between them and probably about 75 spiders covering it. And the last one is a snake that is coming out of the air vent of a car. Now, in each of these situations, there is no way to avoid them, okay? With the hornet's nest, your job is to go into that garage or wherever this is and get rid of the hornet's nest from inside of there. With the parking meter, it is the only parking spot available. You have to park there, and you have to put your coins in that parking meter. There's no way around it. With the cars, all the seats in that car are full, and you have to walk through the spider webs in order to get into the car. And the last one, you are locked inside of this car, and you cannot get out of the car, and there's a snake coming out of your air vent. Which of these situations do you think you could actually go through? Here's your Squid Game. Which of these is the one that you are choosing to put yourself through? Whoever would like to begin.
We'll go in orders. Right now it's me, then Joe, and then Video.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to keep thinking about this because it's hurt my brain.
Oh, trigger warning. I don't know. I mean, I should have said that at the beginning, but we have some people are afraid of spiders and bees and snakes, so I apologize. But yeah, anyway.
I could never in my life. Just a spider web, like, and then just spiders on it? I'd rather kill myself.
Are you trying to be Spider-Man?
They have to be.
What multiverse is Channy gonna end up in after all those spiders?
All of them. All right. I'd probably get stuck in the car with that snake because I would just, and just, you know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna put your hand on no snake. You driving, and all of a sudden a snake come out your air vent, and you just gonna think, me, and grab the snake. Ain't no, you crashing your car, bro.
That's the only way. I don't give a.
He said we both dying.
He said either the snake dying or we dying.
If you grab it by the the head.
Was it poisonous or is it just kill?
I mean, in the picture, that's like a garter snake, but imagine it's a snake that. I mean, either way, it's coming out of your air. Why are you guys worried? If you're driving and a snake comes out your air vent, you're not going to look at it and say, you know what? I think that's a friendly snake. Let me just say hello. Like, that's not happening. Like, you're freaking out because there's a snake in your car.
But is he chill or is he nipping and stuff?
Like, does he got hands? Is he waving? Or is he like,
yeah, like.
Can he speak?
Is he trying to bite me when he comes out, or is he just like, yo, where am I? Like. Now, I need to replace that one with the one like the snake coming out of the toilet. Oh, that'd be some stuff. I'd be like, oh.
But no, I'm gonna have to do the snake too, man. Like, I don't really like. I feel like there's an army of bugs. Like, I don't really think you want to like face multiple when you could just face one bigger
That's a good point.
object.
That's a great point.
I agree with Channy. If I was just driving and it's just like comes like here, I would just be like, I don't know, in my hand maybe.
The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab it
or something like.
He's a.
Yeah, like.
Not the cobra.
Cobra in that cobra.
Do it back. We're like.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, I'll probably go with the snake too, because I don't know. See, I've been stung by like wasps and bees before. Exactly. Yeah, like that hurts. But like, I was like two of them hit me at the same time. But like all those, I'll probably die.
And wasps, apparently they remember faces. And the thing is that wasps, they just be stinging for no reason. Bees, if you're home, you know what I'm saying. But like, if you're trying to move them away to put a coin, like they're gonna be like, yo, you're bothering me. Like, why are you here? They're stinging you. They're all coming.
I mean, but if you said you work and you have to remove it. Wouldn't you be in like a suit though?
In the hornet's nest, the one with the mask, that one you have to remove the hornet's nest.
Oh, so it's like your house. And you have to
but the parking meter, you just got to reach in and put your quarter in.
Oh, about the snake? Put a quarter? I'd probably do that then. I'd be like just.
Oh yeah, I'm going with. Listen, y'all bugging out with the snake because I'm telling you right now, I'm crashing that car. I'm gonna be in GTA and my car is gonna do a barrel roll down the road because ain't no way something's gonna climb out of my car while I'm driving. No, we dying that day. I'm going with the parking meter because I'm gonna get my quarter and I'm gonna just be real specific. I'm gonna find out where it's supposed to be, pop that joint in and dip. I'm out. If I get a ticket, I get a ticket, but I'm dropping it in and I'm out. Nah. I don't like bees. I got stung by a lot of bees once. I got stung by a whole what are they called? Nest of bees once, and it was traumatizing. So I don't really rock with them like that. But if it's just little honeybees or whatever, they're not out to sting me. They're not out to hurt nobody. If they're usually like that, that means they're trying to find something. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna just let them do what they got to do. I'm gonna put my little quarter in the hole and I'm gonna dip out. I'm not staying around to see what happens after that.
See, when I got stung by a wasp, I was wearing my A-Rod jersey both times, so I never wore that again.
That was those were your steroids. He was trying to get stuck like A-Rod did.
Too. That was hurt though, because I was like, and then I got it again, and I was like, oh, and I got like 3 more. I was like, damn. I was going through it, and I was playing baseball too. I was like, I'm never playing baseball again.
Yeah, you gotta retire right there, because I know for sure that I'm not doing that. All right, gentlemen.
I wasn't even near their nest. That was crazy.
What you say?
I said I wasn't even near their nest. Like it was just like they were chilling, like waiting for somebody, like plotting. Like, yo, look at, they're probably Red Sox fans.
You're probably right about that. They have a way.
They're like, look at this goofy.
Like
I got jumped though. I was like, oh, straight the numbers.
That's hilarious. All right, gentlemen. Well, appreciate you guys pulling up the show. This has been another episode of AfroLatinos. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media accounts. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Follow us on all digital podcast platforms. We appreciate the support. Thank you guys. Joe, Jose, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight. We appreciate you. This has been another episode of AfroLatinos with your co-host, Aubyn.
And your co-host, Channy.
Good night, everybody.